holding the silence is what giving you the power, because it is a power to be able to hold the silence when you are in a group of people, when you are even with someone in person, like talking one-on-one. And it's really is a power, because there's also a quote which is really popular: the one who is talking the less than the rest of the room is the wisest one, is the one who is the wisest in this room. So and it's actually like this: when you're talking nonstop, no one's gonna want to listen to you, because you're giving them this thoughts that you're always able to talk. You're always able. You're always there. They always can hear that your presence. So it's like you're always able. You're always free, and you're like really funny one and a goofy one, or how to say it, but like you are just giving them thoughts that you are, I can even say, the silly one, because you're always like able. And it's not what people are chasing. People are chasing those things, those people that are really hard to get. Why are there so many people that want to buy expensive things, that want to live in expensive house, that want to live, they want to go to expensive vacations? Because it's really hard to get there. I mean, it's not like really hard, but for most of the people, it's really hard to get there. And what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to tell you is that it's always the people are chasing those things that are hard to get. Because if it's easy to get, everybody knows that everybody can get it. So what are the hype about it? Nothing. No one, well, not no one, but it's not as wanted as those things that are hard to get. That's why you better just stay silent. Do not talk too much. And of course, you better think a lot before you talk to especially a group of people. And it's just taking your confidence away. You know this feeling when there's like a little silent moment and you are saying something just to feel the silence. Why are you feeling the silence? It's not your job. No one's paying you for this. No one asks you to do this. Why are you doing it? For who? So there's no point for you to do it. Like, what are you doing? For what? No one's giving you anything for this. No rewards, no money, no nothing. No grace, nothing. So yeah, when you are feeling the silence, you're getting a feeling afterwards that you did something incorrectly, and you feel like everybody feels and everybody knows that most of the time when people are doing it, they're saying the most random shit that is like not common in the conversation. That is everybody knows that they were not supposed to do this. They were not supposed to say this. It's better to stay silent than saying something to fill the silence, because there's no point of it. There's no rewards. There are no rewards. So yeah, when you are just talking non-stop, it's not giving you the power, it's not giving you any points, it's not giving you better people, it's not giving you anything. I mean, it's not giving you people better around you, not just better people. It's not giving you better people that are surrounds you. When you are holding the silence, even before talking about something, before answering the questions, before starting the topic, is giving people thoughts that you are thinking before saying something, before answering, and you're not just saying it really quickly, because when you answer as soon as people are asking you something, it means that you're not really thinking about it. It just works like this. It's just how psychology works when you are doing it. When I was doing this, talking nonstop, and trying to feel the silence, I wasn't really feeling good about myself. I wasn't really happy also about it. And when I got annoyed by this feeling that you're getting afterwards, and I've tried for once to hold the silence, I just felt how good it is to hold the silence. It is giving you the power. When you are holding the silence and not saying anything, it's great. I'm telling you, just try for once, you're gonna love it. Like, you can even create this situation for yourself while talking to someone. And as I said, it's most of the time when people are trying to fill the silence, they're saying the most random things. The most random things. And maybe there's even a joke that I saw somewhere, that me trying to get to feel the silence and say my darkest secrets. So yeah, it basically feels the same when you are trying to feel the silence. It's like you know that you wasn't supposed to say this. Like, you're not supposed to say this. You are doing it for, I don't know for what. What are the reasons? Of course, the reason is because you are scared of the silence. But for what? For who? For yourself? No, you're not doing it for your... Well, actually, it might be that you're doing it for yourself because you're scared of the silence, so that's why you're doing it. But no one's giving you anything for you doing this. It's giving you nothing. It just takes away your power, and people are seeing you in other way. And you know this quote when it says that those are whom are talking the less in the room are the wisest one in the room. And those are whom are talking unstoppable, they are not the wisest one in the room, I'm telling you. It's always like this. You're just listening to people that are talking. You have time and you have space in your head to think about what they are saying and not to think about what you are gonna say, because you're being quiet, sitting and not saying anything. And you get a space in your head to think about what other said. And when you are thinking about what others are saying, or the other person is saying, you can point the pros and cons for you to think, how would I do in this? What would I do in this situation? How would I react? What would I answer to this one? Like, to what they've said, what they've shared with you. And it's giving you like the experience in your head, because your brain is actually designed this way that when you are creating something in your head, but it's not happening in reality, your brain feels like you've experienced it in a real life, but you actually didn't. And that's actually how visualization works. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about it later. about the visualization. But for now, visualizing, yeah, visualization, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So your brain is actually cannot separate, or it's your brain is not separating things that you've created in your head and things that are actually happened in your life. For example, you've created in your head a vacation to somewhere, like you've closed your eyes, you've imagined the best vacation for yourself, and your brain is for your brain it feels like you actually been there. So when why have I decided to tell this? Because I'm trying to tell you that when you are sitting and listening to what others are saying, you are experiencing this in your head, because you are thinking, yeah, they did it like this, they answered like this, and they're sharing with me their experience, and I can put myself in their shoes and experience the same. So I'm gonna understand what is gonna be better, which mistakes they did, and how am I gonna do it better, because you're the one who listens. And actually, when you are holding this silence, people are naturally want to tell you more, because I actually created so many times those uncomfortable things for me, when I've decided that I'm not gonna talk for 2 minutes or for 3 minutes. Like, for example, in a call, when someone is trying to sell me something, when someone is trying to just to tell me something, when someone is telling me how they day go, how the day went, and they're just telling me about their stories, or they're telling me about their week. So yeah, while I'm listening, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna talk for. I will try to not talk about for 5 minutes, just to answer like, yeah, mm-hmm, yeah, and that's it. And but when you are being silent, people are naturally want to tell you something more, because they feel like the information wasn't that really good for you to react to this. That's why they want to tell you something more. And that's actually like a life hack for you, that when you want to know something more, all you have to do is just be silent, and people are going to tell you what you want to know about the topic that you are talking. So once you are giving yourself a taste of the power of holding the silence, it's like taking drugs, because you're becoming addicted to it, because you feel this power and you're like, wow, I can hold this, I can hold the silence. And you feel more confident, because now you understand that you are the one who is controlling the conversation, and you are the one who is able to get the conversation to the point where you want to be this conversation, where you want this conversation to end, where you want this conversation to go. I'm not being like you're the only one who is controlling, but you understand that you have the power, you have the ability to control the conversation, to get the conversation to the point where you want to be this conversation at. So it's really, really like a good thing for you to do, to try, to learn. Once you're doing it, you're gonna love it. Also, that people are starting to respect you, to treat you better. Once they see that you are able to hold the silence, to be quiet when it's becoming quiet, and not saying anything weird, not saying anything stupid, silly, that is like not common for this conversation that is going on. And they are starting to vision you the other way, like the better way, because they are seeing that you have the ability to actually control yourself, to stay a little uncomfortable, and you can take control of yourself. And it's always respectful when people are saying that you can take control of yourself, of your emotions, and of course of taking control of what are you saying, what are you doing, how are you acting. It's really, really respectful all the time. And also I noticed this thing, like when it was 15 or 16, I don't really remember, but that's why I stopped using my phone as much when I'm talking to someone, because even not when I'm talking, like I was at school, I remember this moment so good. I even remember people that used to do this, because I used to do this. When the situations become a little uncomfortable, everyone is going to their phones and they start scrolling, they start to see, they start to check in on who texted them, like what happened. They are starting to go to Pinterest, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, YouTube. They're trying to get themselves busy on the phones, because they feel the uncomfortableness of the situation. Because when I saw as some people started insulting someone, the one who was insulted, they're starting to take their phones and trying to get themselves busy in their phones, because it's uncomfortable for them to stay in this conversation, to accept the situation that is going on, to process the situation, and to answer the better way, to act the better way. For people to respect them, for people to vision them in other ways. And yeah, that's all they doing, because they are scared to hold the power of the to hold this power, because it's really, really scary when you are a teenager and you don't really know, you're not really sure about yourself. But it's totally fine. I'm not saying that it's bad. It's bad when you don't want to change it. But when you are doing it and now you're like, yeah, I really want to change that. I really want to feel confident in uncomfortable situations, like in conversation with people, because there are a lot of people around you every day that are surrounds you, and people that you don't know, people that you know, and they're always gonna be insulting you. They're always gonna tell you bad things. There are always some people that are not really good for you, because they are there to test you. They are there to socialize you. They are there to learn, to teach you how to be in this life. God sent those people for you to get through those situations. And all you're doing is just running away from those uncomfortable situations and trying to get yourself busy on the phone, or trying to say something that you were not supposed to say. Because, like, I can even say that the devil took you. The devil got you, like the devil, the one who is controlling you and not yourself. Because when you cannot take control of the situation, you cannot take control of your brain, of your own brain that is in your head, and no one's allowed to get to your brain, only you. And you are not even able to take control of your brain. You are so freaked up. You cannot control even your own brain. Like, what are you talking about? Controlling your life, controlling the situations? No, you're not gonna be able to do this. At first you have to control yourself, to learn how to control yourself. So yeah, if you did this, it's not bad. It's totally fine. As a teenager, or even as a grown up people that are doing those things, it's totally fine. As soon as they are starting to understand that they want to change it. As soon as they want to change it, it's not bad anymore that they did this, because they will take it as experience, like I did, because I used to do this a lot. I remember especially in school, or in some, when you go to a new sport classes, and someone is starting to tell you something, and you don't really know how to act in this situation, all you're doing is taking your phone and trying to get busy yourself on the phone by scrolling, by getting the information from there, or to start calling someone to be like, oh, actually, I want to call my, I don't know, this friend, or I want to call my grandmother and talk to her. And like, yeah, hey, how are you? But you're not really calling them because of something. You're just calling them to get yourself busy on the phone, or you're scrolling your social medias to just to get busy on your phone. So yeah, that's what you're doing because you are scared. But it's totally fine. As soon as you want to change it, it's totally fine. And how to change it, it's going to be hard, for sure. Because I remember myself struggled when the when I tried to do this. I was just so annoyed by myself, feeling uncomfortable in my body, feeling uncomfortable in my with my own brain, with my own thoughts, because all I did before going to sleep is overthink those moments when I actually did things that are like low energy, things that were taking away my confidence. And as soon as when I was annoyed by me being so uncomfortable in uncomfortable situations, I was like, let me try to put my phone down, to leave it in my backpack or to leave it in at my desk, and go out for the rest without the phone. I started noticing that when the situation is getting a little uncomfortable, you don't know where to put yourself. That's when everybody is getting their phones or just making something in making some things that like they have to do in their heads to run away, to get away from this group, to get away from those conversations, because they don't know what to do. They don't have enough power. And what I was feeling when I saw it, and when I stood there and felt this uncomfortableness, I was like, it actually was so hard. I remember that I struggled about it, but as soon as it was easy for me to do it, I was so happy about it. Every time I saw people doing this again and again, and I was like, finally I stopped it, because I felt what they were feeling afterwards. And then I was comparing to feels that I'm getting when I stopped running away from uncomfortableness. I was like, yeah, I'd rather I'd rather feel this uncomfortableness and then feel comfortable for the rest of my life in uncomfortable situations, because I've trained myself to do this. I'm not saying that I'm really perfect at being comfortable in comfortable situations, no, but in uncomfortable conversations, I sure am. I'm not afraid anymore to speak to anyone. You can give me anyone. I can talk to them. I can speak to them. I'm not afraid of anything. Okay, not of any. I don't know why I said that. I'm not afraid to come up to people and start the conversation. I'm not. And actually, what I noticed that people are started to talk to me when I go out, like people that are strangers, that are random ones, because I'm not actually already social awkward anymore, because I am able to hold the silence and to hold the power of uncomfortableness when it's coming to uncomfortable conversations. And I've made the best answers in my head for me when someone is asking me uncomfortable questions. And for me, the best way is just to tell the truth. Even if you're feeling uncomfortable, tell the people that you feel uncomfortable because of this, because of that. Because when you are telling the truth, it's like you're not scared to tell the truth. And it's already giving you some power. So, for example, you are going to application for your work. And I remember my first application for work, it was like I was really scared, and my dad told me that if you're really scared, he was like so annoyed about me being scared. He was like, you know what? Tell them that you're scared. It's gonna release your scaredness. It's gonna just release yourself by saying that you are scared. And I'm like, okay, it's gonna be hard, but I will do it. And at my first application to my work, they were like, is everything okay? I'm like, yeah, everything is okay. They checked up on me, and I was like, but you know what? Actually, I am scared because it's my first application. I feel uncomfortable, and they're like, it's totally fine. And I felt the release in my body as soon as I told them that I feel uncomfortable, that I feel scared. And I was like, yeah, that's the best thing to do, just to tell the truth when it comes to uncomfortableness. It's just one step for you to be able to hold the power of the silence, to hold the silence, and to make yourself feeling more comfortable in the situations when it's getting like a little weird and you're not really sure how to act. Just tell them how are you feeling. Just tell the people that I feel uncomfortable. I don't know actually what to say. Of course, it's gonna be embarrassing, but you are doing some steps for yourself to feel better in your body, with your mind, to feel better with yourself. Because when you know that you can do so many things, that you can take control of the situation, you're just gonna feel released. You're gonna feel more relaxed, and you're not gonna be like this, sitting like really scrunched. You're gonna feel soft with your body. You're gonna be relaxed, released, because you know that you can take control of any situation. If something is happening, you can take it. You can accept it, and your brain is gonna deal with this, and you're gonna deal with this. It's not a problem for you to deal with hard situations, with hard things that are going on around you in your life. So, yeah, you're gonna feel much more comfortable and confident and relaxed, released, and you're gonna love it because you are the one who is taking control of your life, of your emotions, of your actions, of your moves, and maybe even of other people. So, yeah, it's gonna be really, really good for you. You're gonna love it.